Hi. Okay, so just for the record, I'm going to call this one for the record. I do not personally know Howard Schultz. I'm nobody, like I said. However, when I know enough about somebody and I recognize, stuff about, their business that's special or something, and I feel, like I just start thinking of them in a more affectionate manner. I guess you could say, I suppose that's the way that fans of, movie stars and stuff feel. Well, I get that from looking at their businesses and things like that, and policies and employees and, the environment and what they're doing that's different. Like HEB here in Texas, I'm a fan. I don't even know who, who the active working family members are that are on the team that are doing stuff for HEB, but I can tell you somebody is doing a really great job. And so I have an affection for the business because I don't know who the individuals are, but sometimes I can look things up, like the 99-cent only stores. Okay, the story, even though the guy's dead who started it, I, well, well, one day, a couple of years ago, well, I do have some ideas anyway, but it wasn't the right time for it. And this is, God, here I am just talking bullshit instead of staying on subject. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyway. So I called up the corporate office, and I got through to a lovely lady, and I had just recently done the research and found out the man was dead, and that he hadn't been dead very long. And so I let her know that I knew how everybody felt when he was gone. If you do the research to get to know the company and the story, and he was like a magical leader, he was like all about the mysteries. Anyway, you can only imagine how they adored him. Those are the kind of people you never forget in your whole life when you meet them, like Esther Hudis. Now, Esther was no saint. She was not a saint. I was pregnant out of wedlock. And Esther really wanted my baby. I don't mean to be, she's dead now, so I can talk about this. There's no, I don't think she was that kind of, you had to know the person. She was not a saint, but she wouldn't have done something, I think, that she didn't, with somebody's baby. I'm sorry I'm talking about it like this. I was not in business with her, believe me. I did not give her my child. I had no intention of giving her my child because to me, it's like, well, as my grandmother used to say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You may think you check the person out, you may think you know what they're all about, and then you get a phone call 30 years later, and they're telling you about how they were stripped naked and forced and tortured in a basement somewhere, and then it's like, oh my God, I did the wrong thing. No, I don't want that phone call. Hi, Mom. You don't know. I'm sorry to say this, Okay, I'm sorry to say this because there might be a lot of women out there that thought, oh, gee, adoption is the answer. Really? You don't know? I mean, not everybody's like that. But I mean, my God, what if you were the freak that got that phone call? You would not have any peace when you were dying. You would not be able to lay to rest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to put a damper on the whole adoption, put your baby up for adoption thing, but I mean, really, it does not absolve you of responsibility. The only answer is an open, very open adoption. It's the only answer. Very open. Because people can fool you too. Oh, they could show up in church every week. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the baby's mama's coming over. Hi. No. Not for me. I had another one like that. Another one. I was homeless. I've been homeless several times in my life because of my bipolar disorder. That's right. Can't get... All right, I don't want to get into it. I think I already had the conversation about, Texas opting out of everything and me slipping through the cracks, Anyway, I'm one of the ones that falls through the safety net. Oh, so I got this great idea. Speaking of safety net, right? I got this great idea that one of the things, I'm getting ready to go on the road for, it's my campaign 2020, but I'm not running for office. What I'm doing is selling people on the idea, okay? The idea that I'm calling 50 Ways to Leave Your Governor. It's after the Paul Simon song, right? We'll just change the lyrics just a little bit. 50 Ways to Leave Your Governor. But I'm doing it for the election. I'm going to hit the road. Well, I got to make money on the road, right? So I was thinking, right? Safety net, right? I fall through the safety net. So I was thinking fishnet. And fishnet stockings, it's about time they came back into style, right? I know some people never let go of them, but I mean, for the general public, it's about time, So I'm ordering all these fishnet stockings. I'm going to sell them on the road. I'm going to be selling that. I'm going to be selling my rings, okay? If the rings get here from China in time. I order them and I get them cheap. The problem is they take months to get to me. So I'm going to be without inventory because I have to leave. I have to leave. I have to leave before November, and I got to get on the road with this stuff. So, but I gotta make a living. So I'm going to be selling rings. I'm going to be selling fishnet stockings, and I'm going to be selling stash boxes for marijuana or whatever. I mean, I don't care what you put in the box, but I'm calling them stash boxes. But they're cigar boxes that I handpicked, out of I picked the best. I pick them. So anyway, I'm gonna be doing that, and oh yes, and I'm gonna be bringing my trike with the basket on the back, so that if I don't have any money for gas, at least I can get around town wherever I'm parked, whatever town I'm parked in, and kind of be able to pinch pennies that way. So I'm going to bring my trailer with my trike, my adult trike on it, and I'm also going, and I had that thing all decorated and decked out so that it could be driven at night, you know? I had lights and, stuff for Christmas trees all over it and mirrors on it with the zip ties. I attached them with the zip ties and stuff so it would all be reflective so that I could avoid getting hit by cars at night driving the bike, right? And this son of a bitch, oh my God, I did him a favor and I let him camp out in the yard because he was homeless. And he goes and he kites my trike. Okay, that's all right. But he stripped it. The hours I spent arranging that thing and designing it that way, he pulled everything off of it. Because he's a guy, and this was all like girly stuff on it, right? So he wanted to borrow it, but he didn't want to borrow it with all my stuff on it and removed all my stuff. What do you call it? And then he acted like, when I texted him about it and I was like short with him, he starts going, you seem to have an attitude and I don't appreciate it. He took my thing, he altered it, and I'm not supposed to be pissed. So, you know what I said? I said, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize. And I'm thinking, once he gets here with that fucking thing, his ass is grassing on the lawnmower. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. Did I have an attitude? I didn't realize. I'm really busy. I'm sorry. Get your ass back here with my bike. God, I was pissed. Anyway. And I had done him, for months he's been sleeping in the property. Not paying any rent, using the shower, and sometimes even sleeping indoors, okay? No motel room fees, okay, for sleeping inside the house. Nothing. Nothing to keep his shit in the yard. He's, nothing. He's still using one of the closets for storage. I got a bolt cutter, and I'm going to cut that damn block off of there and see what the hell he left there. Because I don't appreciate that. And I'm just going to tell him, hey, dude, I didn't see you for a couple of months. Got rid of it. Because he really did me dirty. It took me 2 days to deck that trike out. 2 days. Oh, yeah, he says, all the stuff is in a bag. No, it's not. Some of those lights that I paid $10 for to light up all the way around it, they're like shop lights, but they're battery operated. A couple of them were missing, okay? Not just the goods, but I mean my time. And the rudeness of it, and turning it around on me like I was the one that needed not to have an attitude. Where do these people get off? Somebody tell me, the nerve. What are they, God's gift to the world? Oh, I'm sorry, it's you. Yes. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're such an asshole. Oh, I shouldn't curse, right? Anyway, so the dawn is breaking and it's early morn. The taxi's waiting. He's blowing his horn. I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.